Hello guys, welcome to the next video on HTML tutorial for beginners using HTML5. In this video we will see how to use meta tags in HTML. Now first of all, what is a metadata? A metadata is something which shows you the information about your real data, right? So a metadata will not be displayed on the page but will be machine passable. So for example, some search engine wants to parse your web page. They will look at your metadata and parse your web page and even index your web page on their search result on the basis of metadata. There are variety of parameters on which this search result depends, and metadata is one of them. Okay, now what can be a metadata? A metadata can be a description or a keyword, or you can add the author of this document, or you can add when this document was modified, or other metadata which I'm going to show you. Now how you add this metadata? So generally you add this metadata using meta tag inside your head. So go inside your head and just write meta, and we have two or three attributes for our meta tag. One is name, and name is the name of the attribute we are going to add. The second one is the content, and content will be the value of the attribute which is related to this name. Okay, so for example, we want to add the description. We just add description attribute name. Now for example, I want to make this page for HTML tutorials. So this description can be HTML tutorials for beginners or some other description related to the HTML tutorials, right? And in the same way, you can add one more meta tag, and this can be the keywords. So here you can add keywords, and these keywords are preferred to be related with your web page content. So this is for HTML tutorial, for example. So I can add keywords like HTML, HTML5 tutorials, CSS or HTMLX or JavaScript, for example. So these can be some example keywords you can add to this page, right? Now the maximum length is not limited for the description or the keyword, but the preferred length for description is about 160 characters, because after this Google search or other search engines cuts your description and pass only up to 160 characters of description. In the same way, for keywords, you can add around 200 characters of keywords. You can add any number of keyword, but it's preferred to have 200 characters, right? Now, in the same way, you can add one more meta tag, which is the author of your content, for example. Now, there is one more kind of meta tag, which is called robot. So just write robot. And what is it related to? The robot's meta tag provides directive for search engine crawlers, and you can have archive, no archive as a content, or follow or no follow as a content, or image or no image index as a content, or index or no index. So if you use archive or no archive, it indicates that whether or not the page should be archived by the search engine or not. In case of follow or no follow, this indicates whether or not the robot should continue to crawl over pages referenced in the hyperlinks on the page. In a similar way, image index and no image index works, and it indicates whether or not the page should appear on the referral for images for your search engine for your web page, right? And index and no index indicates whether or not page should be included in the search engine index or not. Okay, so generally we use index and follow as our robot meta tags. Now there is one more meta tag which is called HTTP equivalent. And here if you write refresh and if you set any content, for example 1 second, and you save your code and refresh your web page, then it will load after every second. Okay, so it will refresh after every second. You can see here it's refreshing. Okay, and here you can give 1 second or 2 second or 10 second or 30 seconds. So whatever number you give here, it will be refreshed after these many number of seconds. Okay, so these are some of the most used meta tags which you can use in your HTML web page. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.